To me, a representation of a time well spent is with you, is how they feel about you. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. So this individual has an energy to where they feel like their time was well spent when it's spent with you. No matter what the two of you do together, they feel like it is worth it. Time with you is worth it. And that just gives me this energy to where you don't have to do too much to have a good time with this person, because it's the true connection that you have between each other. This relationship starts out with heavy communication, and just the conversing between the two of you is most important to both of you. It's not about how can I say? In the beginning, there's something here about it's not about going to places and seeing things together. That's later. The first attraction is the conversation, the minds of one another. The two of you thrive in that space right there, to where just communicating with each other naturally with no props, nothing to distract you from just getting to know one another. This is what's most important to these two individuals that I'm picking up on. Okay? You and your person. So the two of you feel happy just communicating with one another, no matter the setting. You see what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. There will be times where maybe the two of you make plans to go somewhere and then it starts to escalate. But in the very beginning, it's just heavy on the communication. And being that the two of you find a happy space there, a joyful space there, a space that feels very comforting and emotionally apt, I just heard. That's where you begin to bond. It's right there in that space, because both individuals will know that this is a very solid foundation that we're building, because we're truly getting to know one another, and both of you actually genuinely want to know one another. It's not about in between the sheets activities. Even though when there's attraction, that might cross your mind, but that's not the goal, and that doesn't consume you. What consumes you is recognizing, is this person healthy? You're more disciplined when you know better, and when you know that linking up with somebody who is not worth anything is not the best choice. It's not a good idea, because you can get yourself caught up. So this heavy communication, it just is a representation of the two of you really being into one another, genuinely caring about who that person is, prior to expanding the opportunities that the two of you have with each other by like going out and doing things together. So this is like a situation or a relationship that is based on heavy communication. That's a strong relationship. That's a strong beginning when you really think about it, because if people would ask the questions that actually are worth asking, many people would not move forward or would continue to move forward. If you, like, say for instance, you want a child, or the person that you're talking to wants a child, and you don't want to have any kids, or you don't want to have any more if you have kids already or something like that. If that person wants to have kids and they tell you that, and you guys are having that type of communication, then that could be a deal breaker for the person that wants kids, which is reasonable. It makes sense to me. Those are questions that need to be asked early on, because you need to figure out, who is this person to you. You got to figure out if they're right for you. It's not about if they're just attractive, okay? Because you're going to come across many attractive people. That doesn't mean that they're in alignment with you, though. It doesn't mean that you're going to have a wonderful, dandy relationship with them. Because if they're not aligned with you, then it won't be a good relationship. Many individuals end up sacrificing the best part of them when they are just only looking at the looks of a person, and they're not scanning their heart and their mind. They're not looking at their psyche. Like, who are they? So many people ask, like, there's so many questions to ask, but they don't get to where they need to go to know, are you suitable to be in a long-term relationship with or not? And that a part of that could be from people just genuinely not knowing what to ask, or feeling like they shouldn't ask certain questions, which in a certain context, there are questions that are meant to be saved for later. It's just that the serious questions, should be asked early on if you want a relationship that's serious. And also, that's something that should be known early on, letting the person know that you're interested in something serious. Or it's like, I'm just getting to know you. That's it. It's really you figuring out what's going on, like where their head is at. You don't even need to give too much. It's just more so of, because you know what you want, so you don't want to give too much. It's more so of just like allowing them to be free, because people will start to lie to begin to align themselves to whatever you're saying so they can get what they want. So you have to be careful with that as well, because people will say whatever to get you where they want you. Okay? So keep that in mind. But this particular individual that I'm picking up on, that was just a side note. It was a long note though. This particular energy actually does want a relationship, and you will know because they take time to get to know you. It's not like a fly-by-night energy. This is not a flighty person. This is not someone that's there 1 minute and gone the next. You won't get that from this person, because they're serious. And they'll say how they truly feel. So this is like a healthy dynamic, just because there's so much communication with this person, and you take time getting to know one another. It's more likely that the relationship will last. When you notice that someone is genuinely not interested in knowing about you, they don't like you like that, or they're just not interested in a relationship. They're not interested in that. They're just trying to talk to you just enough so they can get what they want, and then they dip off. So Spirit is saying, make sure you know the difference between the two, because you are valuable and you should be treated as such. Okay? And then you want to make sure that you also treat someone in the same energy as well, out of respect. But if you get disrespected when you show them respect, you already know that they gotta go. Okay? Okay, so if you deem this energy that is someone who communicates very well, and they genuinely want to get to know you, and they're not rushing to get into the bedroom, and you take time with one another, truly asking questions that matter, drop it down in the comments below if this is the type of energy that you deem as suitable to walk with you on your spiritual journey. Drop in the comments down below. I declare this is my future love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. To book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyrose.org. Also, you can join the membership here on YouTube for additional content. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.